You've probably heard about it. Maybe it's been touted as the magic bullet for all our industry's problems. Or perhaps you've heard whispers of it being overly complex and expensive. It's a classic buzzword, and like many buzzwords, it's surrounded by a fair share of hype and, frankly, more than a few myths. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a term that's been echoing through the halls of architecture schools and design firms for years now, which is BIM or Building Information Modeling. It's often hailed as a revolutionary game changer, a silver bullet for all our design and construction woes. But beyond the hype and the acronym, what does BIM really mean? Especially for you, the fresh graduates and young professionals stepping into this dynamic industry. In this video, we're going to cut through the noise. We'll explore what BIM truly is, debunk some persistent myths surrounding it, and most importantly, discuss what you, as an emerging architect, need to be aware of before getting swept away by BIM as just another contemporary buzzword. Even for seasoned professionals, development managers, real estate project managers, anyone who's been hearing the word BIM a lot recently, this video could be of help. We'll cover its real world applications, the tangible benefits, the honest challenges, and the essential skills you need not just to survive, but thrive in a BIM driven environment. First things first, let's clear up a fundamental point. Building information model is not just a 3D model. While 3D visualization is a significant and visually impressive component, BIM is a much broader process, a methodology, and a digital representation of the physical and functional characteristics of a facility. Think of it like this. A traditional 3D model is like a beautiful but ultimately static sculpture. A building information model, on the other hand, is like a highly intelligent, data-rich, interactive digital twin of the building. Every element in a BIM model, from a wall to a window to a beam to a boiler, isn't just geometry. It's packed with practically usable information. The eye in BIM is crucial. We're talking about data like spatial relationships of different components, how they connect and interact in the physical space, material properties of each element, what it is made of, its strength, its fire rating, acoustic values, even vendor information, and so much more. Cost data of materials, and even labor associated with each component, scheduling information of how construction sequencing will unfold over time, where each element sits in the overall schedule of construction of the building, and lifecycle data related to cost management, building operation and maintenance, sustainability metrics such as emissions values, and even eventual demolition or renovation earmarked for each component. This intelligent information is the core of BIM. It's a shared knowledge resource, a single source of truth designed to facilitate collaboration among all stakeholders: architects, structural engineers, MEP engineers, contractors, clients, and facility managers throughout the entire life cycle of a building, from the earliest concept to its operational life and beyond. Now, because BIM is such a transformative concept, it's naturally gathered its fair share of myths and misconceptions. Let's examine some of the most common ones that often intimidate or mislead young professionals and seasoned practitioners alike. This is a big one, but it's simply not true. While BIM's benefits are certainly amplified on large scale projects due to the sheer volume of coordination required, the principles of BIM, better collaboration, clash detection, accurate estimations, are valuable for projects of any size. Even a small residential extension or a minor renovation can benefit from the clarity and efficiency that BIM offers. The scalability of BIM software and process it makes it adaptable. In fact, for smaller firms, BIM can be a powerful differentiator, allowing them to offer more sophisticated services and compete effectively. This number, while architects and designers are often the initial creators of the BIM model, its utility extends far beyond the design phase. Engineers use it for structural analysis and MEP coordination. Contractors rely on it for accurate quantity takeoffs, construction sequencing, and identifying potential on-site issues before they happen. Facility managers can use the as-built model for maintenance, space planning, and energy management long after construction is complete. BIM serves as a collaborative platform for stakeholders in the architecture, engineering, and construction industry, including even developers and property managers. We touched on this earlier, but it bears repeating. If you think BIM is just about creating pretty 3D pictures, you're missing the revolution. The eye, the information, the data is what sets BIM apart. It's this embedded intelligence that allows for powerful analysis, simulations, and informed decision making at every design stage. It's the difference between a digital drawing and a digital database that happens to look like a building. Each element in this model has the same identity that it would in the eventual real building instead of a mere visual appearance. Okay, let's be real. There are initial costs associated with BIM adoption, software licenses, hardware upgrades, and crucial training for your team. And yes, there is a learning curve. However, the long-term return on investment often outweighs these initial outlays. BIM helps reduce errors and rework in both the design and construction, which are major sources of budget overruns and delays. Many firms find that this money is saved by avoiding just a few costly on-site crashes or changes can justify the BIM investment. For fresh graduates, while you might not be making the purchasing decisions, understanding this cost benefit analysis is important for advocating for better tools and processes. For yourself, the effort you put into upskilling for BIM is your effort in enhanced efficiency and quality of detail of the design you promise to each client. Like all powerful tools, BIM software have a learning curve, but user interfaces are becoming more intuitive, and the wealth of online tutorials, courses, and certifications available today is immense. For you, as digital natives who've grown up with sophisticated software, learning BIM is often less daunting than you might think. The key is consistent practice and a willingness to embrace a new way of thinking about design and documentation. The benefits in terms of skill enhancement and career prospects make the learning effort worthwhile. You need only remember that your learning of BIM should not be limited to a particular software. Make sure you understand the process, own your architectural skills so you can use the tools, any tool, most effectively. And foremost, be open to learning new tools every so often because the technology landscape is changing very fast. So now that we've busted the myths, let's talk about why, as a young architect, you should be genuinely excited about BIM. What are the tangible benefits it brings to your daily work and your career? I'll take a pause here now. I'll go prepare the next part and give you time to think about what we've discussed today. Feel free to drop your suggestions in the comments. So, what are your thoughts about BIM? Are there any myths we missed or specific challenges you're facing as a young professional? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experiences. Do drop suggestions for related further discussions, and I'll try to take those with the ones that have coming soon. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe for more content on architecture and the built environment, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next discussion. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.